There was a season in Michael's life when everything felt heavy. Not dramatic heavy. Not movie scene heavy. Just quiet, exhausting, everyday heavy. He was 34 years old, living in a small rented apartment with furniture that didn't match and dreams that didn't pay rent. Every morning he woke up before the sun, not because he was motivated, but because anxiety refused to let him sleep. The world told him he was behind. Social media told him he was late. Old friends told him, "You're smart, something will work out." Bills told him otherwise. Michael had done everything right. He went to school. He worked hard. He stayed honest. He showed up. And still, life did not reward him. One morning, while tying his worn-out shoes, he whispered something that scared him. Maybe this is it. Not in anger. Not in tears. Just acceptance. That was the most dangerous moment of his life. Because giving up doesn't always look like quitting. Sometimes it looks like continuing without believing. Michael worked at a job that drained him slowly. Not enough pain to leave. Not enough reward to stay. Every day he watched the clock. Every night he questioned his worth. One evening, while riding the subway home, an old man sat across from him. The man looked ordinary. Wrinkled hands, tired eyes, calm posture. Nothing special. Until he spoke. "You look like someone carrying a heavy future," the man said. Michael smiled politely. "Just tired." The man nodded. "So was I for 30 years. That sentence stayed. 30 years. Michael couldn't imagine surviving 30 more days like this. The man continued, "You know what kept me alive?" Michael didn't answer. "Walking," the man said, "even when I had no idea where I was going." The doors opened. The old man stood up. Before leaving, he said one last thing. Most people quit right before life changes its mind. And then he was gone. That night, Michael didn't sleep. Not because of fear. Because of clarity. He realized something painful. He had been waiting for motivation before movement. But movement comes first. The next morning, nothing magical happened. The sun rose the same. His bank account stayed the same. His problems waited patiently, but Michael did one small thing differently. He walked. He walked after work instead of collapsing. He walked through ideas instead of escaping them. He walked through discomfort instead of numbing it. 10 minutes a day. No goal. No pressure. Just movement. Weeks passed. Nothing visible changed. And yet, something invisible did. Michael stopped asking, "What's the point?" He started asking, "What's the next step?" He began learning at night. Failing quietly. Building slowly. Some days he felt powerful. Most days he felt nothing. But he kept walking. 1 year later, Michael stood in a different place. Not rich, not famous, not finished, but dangerous, because he no longer needed external permission to believe. He had proof. Proof that consistency beats talent. Proof that patience beats luck. Proof that walking beats standing still. And then life changed its mind. Opportunities appeared, not miracles. Just doors that only open for people who stay long enough. Michael smiled one morning, tying a new pair of shoes. Not because life was easy, but because he was ready. If you are listening to this story right now, if you feel late, if you feel behind, if you feel invisible, hear this clearly. You are not lost. You are loading. Keep walking, even without answers, even without applause, even without guarantees. Because the moment you stop is often the moment before everything changes. Not loud, not dramatic, just quietly heavy, lower tone. You wake up tired, not because you didn't sleep, but because your mind never rested. Pause. You look at your life and think, "I did everything right. So why does it still feel wrong?" Pause, let it sink. This is the moment most people don't talk about. The moment before giving up. Not quitting loudly, but quitting inside. Long pause, 3 seconds. Gentle but firm. If that's you right now, listen carefully. Storytelling tone. Michael was 34 years old. A small apartment. Old shoes, big dreams that hadn't paid off yet. Every morning he woke up early. Not driven by ambition, but chased by anxiety. Pause. The world told him he was late. Social media told him he was behind. Life told him nothing at all. Slow. And one morning, while tying his shoes, he whispered something dangerous. Whisper tone. Maybe this is it. Pause, 3 seconds. Because surrender doesn't always look like failure. Sometimes it looks like acceptance. Shift tone, subway scene. One evening on the subway, an old man sat across from him. Pause. The man looked ordinary. Wrinkled hands, calm eyes. Then he spoke. Clear, direct. You look like someone carrying a heavy future. Pause. Michael smiled. I'm just tired. The man nodded. So was I. For 30 years. Pause. Let audience feel weight. 30 years. Lower, serious. Then the man said something Michael never forgot. Most people quit right before life changes its mind. Pause. 4 seconds. Hopeful tone begins. That night Michael didn't sleep. Not from fear. From clarity. Pause. He realized something simple and painful. He was waiting for motivation. Before movement. Slow, confident. But movement comes first. Encouraging. The next day, nothing magical happened. The problems stayed. The doubts stayed. But Michael walked. Pause. 10 minutes. No goal. No pressure. Just movement. Build momentum. Weeks passed. Nothing visible changed. Pause. But something invisible did. He stopped asking, "What's the point?" and started asking, "What's the next step?" Some days felt powerful. Most days felt empty. But he kept walking. Strong, rising tone. 1 year later, Michael wasn't rich, wasn't famous,